to Remembering Our Spirits from the book Around the Year with Emmett Fox. And July 18th, The Straight Gate. Enter you in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leads unto life, and few there be that find it. Matthew 7:13 through 14. Again, I want to thank Emmett Fox for his interpretation of the Bible, because as I read this, it makes perfect sense to me what the Bible just said. Thanks, Emmett. There is only one way under the sun which man can attain salvation in the true sense of the word, and that is by bringing about a radical and permanent change for the better in his own consciousness. For countless generations, humanity has been trying in every other conceivable way to compass its own good. This change in consciousness is the straight gate that Jesus speaks of here. And as he says, the number of those who find it is comparatively small. Now, why should man be so reluctant, apparently, to change his consciousness? The answer is that the changing of one's consciousness is really very hard work, calling for constant, unceasing vigilance and a breaking of mental habits. Entering the straight gate is, however, worth much more than whatever trouble or effort it may call for. If you make a qualitative change in consciousness, which is what happens in prayer, then not only is the effort of that change felt in every department of your life, but it is with you through all eternity. For you can never lose it. Thieves cannot break in and steal it. As soon as you obtain this spiritual consciousness, you will find that all things indeed work together for good to those who love God. I like this reading a lot. That's why I'm doing the channel and sharing Remembering Our Spirits, because once you have a conscious relationship with the spirit within you, the peace of mind and the peace and the love that I have experienced from being in relationship with that spirit within me since my near-death experience has changed my life for the better. Now, I really like that he says it's hard work, because the truth is it is. My mental habits were mired and stuck in fear and negative thinking and lack and I'm not enough and more. And it took years to correct my thinking. Years. And I'm still in the practice of correcting my thinking. I'm correcting my thinking because our thought life is the level of cause for everything that we experience in all of our relationships. Our thoughts are the cause of all of our experiences. So stand guard at the door to your thought life. Be willing to correct it. Oh, please know that in the beginning, it is a brainer. It is a true brainer to stand guard at the door and correct your thoughts, to change your mental habits. I'm still in the practice of changing my mental habits, and I've been actively in a spiritual practice. I've been actually practicing a spiritual practice for a little over 30 years now. You can do this. You're worth it. Let's join together and share spiritual practices and walk together and shine a brighter light on all of our relationships, beginning with the one we're having with ourselves and the spirit of love within us. A Course in Miracles is one practice of correcting our thoughts from a fear-based thought life to a love-based thought life. I was listening to Marianne Williamson yesterday. She happens to be one of my spiritual mentors. I do not know her personally, full disclosure. I've been listening to her for decades, and she is a student and teacher and sharer of A Course in Miracles. She is one of the bravest people on this planet. And the reason I share that is because she has stepped into politics and is staying true to herself and her spirit while stepping into politics. Wow. Thanks, Miriam. You are a walking example of brave and walking A Course in Miracles. To my point, she used the word lovelessness in one of her videos that I listened to the other day. Lovelessness. All credit to Marianne. I like that word, loveless. Lovelessness. Where am I showing up in lovelessness? And the correction is in relationship with myself and my thought life and my conscious contact with the God of my understanding. Be willing to correct your thought life and your mental habits from fear-based to love-based. As always, take the best for you and leave the rest. Have a blessed day.